David Reinbacher is kinda like the middle child of the Montreal Canadiens rebuild right now, you know what I mean? First, there was Slavkovsky. He was a pretty big hit. In fact, most everybody in the Habs family is already in love with him. He's big enough to shovel the snow, bring out the garbage, all that good stuff. Then 1 year later, along came Reinbacher as the second child. And not gonna lie, a lot of us were expecting something a little more different. I mean, at the time, I was personally expecting a forward, but that's okay. Because a year after Reinbacher, well, I mean, it had to be 9 months, we finally received our potential shiny new star forward that we've all been looking for. Our precious little Ivan Demidov. And you know what? I don't care what anybody says. Finishing near the bottom of the league once again last season turned out to be very beneficial. The pipeline is stuffed like a bird in the oven. And not only do guys like Ivan Demidov and Michael Hage have everybody's complete attention right now, but the vice grips that, were kind of pinching David Reinbacher's balls last year have finally loosened. You see, our middle child, Reinbacher, he didn't have it easy over the past 12 months. He started his season over in Switzerland playing for Kloten. Habs fans were looking for positive results. They were looking at statistics, and well, let's just say they weren't getting much positive news because that team was pure ass. Kloten won just 17 games last season. It was pathetic. Their leading goal scorer only had 29 points. He played all 52 games just to get him. But as bad as it was, our boy Popcorn, who was the youngest player on that team, somehow managed to lead all defensemen on that team in points, even after missing 17 games due to an injury, which is pretty impressive given the circumstances. Kloten, of course, did not qualify for a playoff position. It wasn't even close. And as soon as Reinbacher's season came to an end in Switzerland, Kent Hughes wasted no time at all. Okay, he scooped him up and tossed him into Laval's lineup for the remainder of the season, giving him a sniff of AHL action. And in my opinion, he caught some attention for all the good reasons. In just 11 games for the Rocket, he managed to put up 5 points as a defenseman, and Reinbacher's first goal of his AHL career, if you can remember, was absolutely filthy. I made an effort to watch every single one of his games in Laval, and let me tell you something. If there's one thing that I noticed about him, it's just how calm and how patient this young kid is when he's got the puck on his stick. He's got excellent decision making. He's a good skater, makes a nice first pass, and I'm really interested to see what he can accomplish this upcoming season. He's pretty good. Now the big question is David Reinbacher good enough to play in the NHL right now? Maybe, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a good idea. If you're asking me, I'd prefer to see him play in Laval for an entire season. He's a 19-year-old defenseman. I mean, there's no need to rush him into the NHL. And if you let this kid play one full season in Laval, look, it's not going to hurt him. In fact, it's only going to make him better. And I expect him to log some pretty big minutes down there. I mean, last year during his 11 games, he was kind of being sheltered, even playing on the bottom pairing quite a bit. But I expect to see that change this season. David Reinbacher is going to be getting top 4 solid minutes in Laval. Maybe even top 2, depending on what happens with Logan Mailloux. So for me, I don't care how many injuries the Canadiens have this season. I say to leave the kid in the AHL throughout its entirety. They really got to do what's right for him and his development because, in my opinion, they can't afford to mess this one up. You know what I mean? We've seen it all before with management from the past. And if the Canadiens are trying to build a winner, they 100% need David Reinbacher to reach his full potential. He's going to need to prove why he was picked 5th overall. That's all I'm going to say. But you can go ahead and let me know your expectations for Reinbacher down in the comments section. Please don't forget to give the like button a stone cold stunner on your way out of here. And hey, I'll see you next time.